This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Welcome to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, where we take a deep dive into the Star Wars universe, such as characters, creatures, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Kadojo.
Welcome back, Adepts, Acolytes, to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Kadojo.
Hello there.
And today, we are bringing you back another regular episode, going over 000 Part 3 of 5, so 2 more parts after this, and, honestly, I think with all the hype and everything with the new games, with the new game and and other games in development for the series and era, I feel like we should go into our Old Republic stuff.
Oh, I thought you'd say pod racing episodes, but okay.
Pod racing.
Oh,
Besides Sebulba, who you didn't talk about.
True. Wat Tambora?
Now, if we're talking about swoop racing,
oh god,
I can get behind some swoop racing. If anybody doesn't know that, swoop racing is Star Wars version of drag racing. That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah. So it's great though. But yeah. So let's get into 000. So where he left off, he was 000 was with Alpha and Luke and Han, trying to get some, I believe it was a crystal, I believe, or something of that sort.
Maybe,
they were doing
I can't
a heist.
Remember.
They were doing a heist. But now 000, accompanied with Alpha, BT-1, and Krishantin, to the Isolate 4 lab, an asteroid-mounted laboratory system in the Outer Rim. There, the Doctor instructed her companions to light the fuse and take cover. If the procedure she was about to attempt was wrong, 000 gave her the grief over the order, but the archaeologist indicated that it was for her own protection. Alpha, wearing a containment suit, then entered a secure chamber and activated the Ural crystal. Meaning that if it goes wrong, it goes boom. Or
if it goes wrong, we're all dead anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. So after a short conversation with the entity, Alpha confirmed that Krishantin that the droids remained unaffected by Ural's technopathy, which BT-1 and 000 seconded. Alpha told 000 to enter the chamber, an action he objected to, but the Doctor waived his objections. On the grounds of scientific experimentation, the containment field was proven success as 000 remained himself, and Roll questioned what Alpha wanted of it. So, it's a sentient crystal.
That's scary. Well, technically, Kuiper crystals are somewhat sentient as
Yeah, they're
well.
semi-sentient. Yeah, that's true. Kyber crystals are semi-sentient and canon of things, yes. Which, this is all canon, so, because this is the comics.
Yep.
So, weeks later, 000 greeted Yanak, the leader of the Suntal Pride, at the Sokra retreat. The droid offered condolences on the Syndicate's losses and assured that the Rodian that he would not attempt to relieve him of his weapons. 000 indicated Alpha's presentation would start shortly, to which Yannak questioned the needs of formalities. 000 responded that given the importance of the occasion, Alpha had desired a little glamour. The droid then returned to Alpha, indicating that Yannak had been the last of the guests. So,
It's
if
basically
anybody,
saying we don't get this many chances to be a little
a little
fashionable,
fancy,
my friend.
he's a little fancy stuff. And for anybody, this is an auction, so we're in an auction here, so that's why they're all fancy.
And those never go wrong in the Star Wars universe.
Oh God, no! Why would they ever? So during Alfred's presentation of the Royal Crystal, the Doctor indicated it was a technopath. BT-1 became excited at her use of the word, and to which 000 admitted to his companion that the astromech was actually a psychopath. Yeah, sorry, BT-1. Technopath and psychopath are completely two different things here.
A kindred spirit? No.
No. So after its conclusion, 000 remarked that Alpha has his belief that the presentation had gone well. The droid then inquired whether there was anyone that needed to be murdering. When Alpha said it was not that time, 000 indicated that had been the case lately, which was exactly the issue. After reflecting on the events of the Screaming Citadel, namely sawing open Krishantin's head, 000 indicated that it was the beginning to become bored.
But, Mom, I want to go on a murder spree.
Right. No. Just no. So Alpha assured that 000 that had once the auction was resolved, the two could revisit the issue and perhaps attain some upgrades for the droid as previously discussed. The Doctor then placed a blanket ban on murder for the time, unless acting on her own express orders to the contrary. Till she says it's okay to go on a murder spree. No killing. Period.
Only when I
Just
say.
don't. Right? Oh. So 000 carefully restated that he would not murder anyone unless ordered to by his master, which Alpha affirmed. Alpha then walked off as the droid took leave with BT-1, singing to his success, establishing a loophole. Having determined that Alpha was lying and intended to shut him down, 000 contacted his other master, Darth Vader.
Of course, I will have to point out 000 here said that he would not murder anyone else. There is nothing touched on torturing.
Exactly. He could easily... Yeah, he could have just gone and tortured someone. Just, leave him at death's door and just not kill them.
He died of natural causes.
Yeah, he just bled out. That's fine. That's fine. So 000 later really retrieved Alpha, informing her that the interested parties were waiting and thanked to those in attendance for their patience. The droid noted that he had scheduled personal meetings with those who intended to making serious offers, while Alpha told everyone to make themselves comfortable in the meantime.
So it's a fancy party with auction for entertainment.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
So the droid and his counterpart lurked behind Alpha as she spoke to a member of the Kyban Front about the Royal Crystal and the impact its technopathic abilities would have on the state of droids in the galaxy. After the pair left, BT-1 began beeping extensively, proposing to install the Royal Crystal into other Cyban Front droid that was undergoing repairs. After its destruction in a demonstration of the Royal's technopathy, 000 agreed and picked up a welding torch.
Now, for reference, there are a lot of cults in Star Wars that believe in machine supremacy.
Yes, that is true.
For reference, if you ever heard of Warhammer 40K, think Adeptus Mechanicus, but just Adeptus Mechanicus. Those kind of guys.
Yeah. So, as the meetings began, Alpha confided in 000 about the Ezra's lack of galactic dominance. The droid later informed Papa Torin that the demonstration had concluded and that his shuttle was ready for departure. Alpha called upon 000 and BT-1 to stop Krishantin when he moved to attack two of her guards, the Zanti brothers, or guests, the Zanti brothers, though only the astromech was equipped to subdue the Wookiee. Yeah, was required to subdue the Wookiee.
Wonder which two guests they were.
First off, good luck trying to subdue a Wookiee in general.
Blood draining helps immensely with that.
I guess you can try. I don't know how successful that would be. So the Doctor later prompted 000 to awaken Krishantin, which the droid accomplished by injecting him via a finger syringe. Krishantin grabbed Alpha by the throat. 000 translated her on behalf of the Wookiee, strangled her. Krishantin ultimately relented, and Alpha asked the droid for any auction-related updates. 000 informed her that the Shadow University has significantly raised its bid, which now places it a little over a third of Thomas Tov's. Alfred told the droid to gather everyone as she had made her decision.
This is a very odd auctioning process.
No
it's like
kidding.
A silent auction
Mm-hmm.
with nobody knowing each other's bids.
Right. 000 passed out devices to the attendees to inform the bidders whether they had won the auction. Alpha awarded the crystal to representatives of the Shadow University and told the other parties to leave. A course of action 000 informed BT-1 was a good idea. Eternal Rule, possession the blue Kyban front droid, then emerged wielding a pair of lightsabers. What? A droid emerged, wielding a pair of lightsabers?
Tell me when he wields 4, I might be interested.
Right, I know, right? So 000 and BT-1 took control of the Zokra Retreat's turret defense systems from Alpha's room, setting up an automatic targeting. Alpha, realizing Ural was not the one in control of the turrets, contacted 000, who gloated about his role in the unfolding events.
No one's dead yet. Of course, there was no ban on the crystal from killing people either.
True. True. That's fair. So the Doctor ordered her droids to turn off the guns, at which point 000 informed her that it would not be possible, as someone had set fire to the gun controls and further damaged them with an axe of an unfortunate accident. Alpha asked for 000's demands, to which he invited the archaeologist to her room to come chat.
Yeah, I like to imagine that scene. So, oh no, someone took an axe to the gunfire control. How unfortunate.
Right. Oh no, what happened? I don't know what happened here. Wink, wink.
As
nudge,
he's holding
nudge.
the axe in one arm.
Right. So Alfred fled the scene away from the rule's sway of mayhem and death. The smart decision for once, 000 noted as he observed on a monitor. The Purgar droid then agreed with BT-1 that the pair were no longer bored, stating that life was short and should be enjoyed whenever possible. BT-1 observed that life was especially short when the two of them were present, though 000 failed to see how this was relevant. 000 then berated the astromech for distracting him from the view of the action.
Of course, I wonder how short it is for a droid, because those proper maintenance, those things can last centuries.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Hu Yang's like, what, 10, 20 millennia years old?
Oh, I don't know if we have. Do we have a Hu Yang? Do we have a like how old he is? I don't know if we have like a specific date.
Approximately 25,000 years old.
Holy crap. Data created, 25,020 BBY. You know what that means, right?
You saw Revan?
Yeah. Yeah, he was around in the Old Republic.
God, the amount of
What?
stories this guy could tell.
Oh my, I didn't know he was this old. What? Oh, I forgot that he's in the actual High Republic books. I forgot about that.
Was he? Which
Yeah.
book?
During the High Republic era, Professor Huang also supervised Bel Zettifar in building his first lightsaber aboard the Paladin-class corvette Crucible and battling training remotes. In 232 BBY, the Jedi initiate Nubs along with his friends Nash Duragar. Oh, this is in
Oh, that must be the Star Wars Younglings on
yeah,
Disney
that's
Plus.
Younglings. Yeah. What?
He was in that too? Okay, now I almost have to
Huh.
watch that.
Younglings.
Yeah.
That's
Well, they
awesome.
have Bel
Good to know.
Zettifar and Master Lodestone, Gray Lodestone.
In Younglings?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
So the whole Jedi Younglings or Young Jedi Adventures takes place before the High
The
Republic
first.
novels.
Oh yeah, the first book. Because Loden dies in the first one, right? Does he die in the first one? Or he gets captured in the first one. I know that.
He gets captured in the first one, then spoiler alert, by the way, he dies in like
Sorry.
the last book of Phase 1.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So yeah, oh yeah, it takes place well before First Light. Huh. All right, well that's cool. Anyway, moving back to 000. 000 observed Yonak's pact with Sultha the Hutt, which he thought to hold promise. The droid then returned his attention to Alpha, who, after aiding Krishantin in accessing the station's armory, ran into the angered Rule. Rule made to finish Alpha, but 000 unleashed the room's turrets, occupying the entity and allowing Alpha to escape.
Oh, wasn't that sweet of him?
Right. 000 quipped that Alpha had best hurry, to which point she arrived. The droid instructed Alpha to look at the monitor before them, indicating his one final surprise for the Doctor: Vader's arrival.
Surprise!
Oh god, this is just one. I mean, they're just a chaotic. He's chaotic. BT1's a psychopath. I mean, I would imagine BT1 and Chopper would be best friends, to be honest, but. Ugh. Anyway, so 000 informed Alpha that he and BT1 had lured Vader to the auction, but did not inform him that Alpha was the one behind it. Using the information as blackmail, Alpha again asked what 000 wanted, in which the protocol droid indicated his desire for freedom from a master. 000 told Alpha to think of his and BT1's actions as a campaign for their rights. I don't know how I feel about this. Two murderous droids to be on their own.
It's Skynet all over again.
Right, yeah. So Alpha responded that only right the droids wanted was to murder anyone they desire, which 000 affirmed. The Doctor asked what guaranteed her life once she freed the droids, to which 000 merely replied that killing her wouldn't be very nice.
Okay.
Because that's totally, a way to, yeah, sure, we're not going to kill you. Totally not.
I think a better response would have been, I promise you would be the last one we would kill.
Right. So Alpha reluctantly released the droids, who spread their murderous appendages in freedom. 000 and BT1 then left Alpha and the protocol droid, insisting they would see each other again. Alpha retorted to 000 that he somehow found a way to make things creepier, a statement that the droid took as sweet and reflected to BT1 that the Doctor's uncertainty about their intent to allow her to remain alive.
I swear that plays off as a whole anime thing of, man, you are just a psychopath. Oh, you really think so?
Thanks,
Vibe.
man. Yeah, no thank you. So then 000 and B-21 subsequently slaughtered the stormtroopers surrounding the transport belonging to Yanak. Yanak boarded his transport, surprised that he had not encountered resistance along the way, and he approached by 000, who explained that the droids had cleared him a path. 000 further elaborated that he and BT-1 were seeking a new working relationship, and details of which Yanak decided could be resolved later. 000 stated that he was good at giving orders, with the Rodian amended to taking exactly. 000 clarified what Yanak would be doing.
Okay, so Rodian male holds a grudge against Darth Vader. That's nothing new.
Right? Who doesn't hold a grudge against Vader? Besides, no, most people in the Empire do. So yeah, I don't know anybody who doesn't. And then on Sun Tol, Yanak's stronghold was assaulted by mercenaries who accused him of orchestrating raids that violated a prior agreement. Yanak made a plea for help, confusing his accuser as BT-1 open-fired, annihilating the opposing forces. 000 emerged and remarked that it would be more efficient when their competitors came to them, noting to Yanak that the Sun Tol's pride hold on the sector was at last secured. The Rodian congratulated his new master.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Why go to your enemies when you can have your enemies come to you?
Yeah, and then we can just murder them here. Hooray! And put heads on the pikes. Yay! That's great. All right, let's take a quick mid break. Thank our patrons, and we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
All right, welcome to the Miller Show. We're talking about everything with the podcast. There's nothing to do with the lore of Star Wars. Here, we want to thank all of our amazing patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And if you do want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/holocronhistories, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. If you leave ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify, leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment we'll read out loud next time on the show, which we do have one from our Votour/Game Talk from the Game Awards, which is our last regular episode we did. From Zachary, I've heard that there is still going to do a KOTOR remake at some point. Also heard the rumors it's not releasing until 2030-ish that have been denied by the guy in charge, meaning Fate of the Old Republic, which is true. The game will be coming out before 2030. And Casey Hudson's quote, I'm getting too old, is what he is saying. I'm getting too old for this stuff. So, yeah. P.S. Love how y'all are touching on the comic book characters. Keep up the great work. I got some catching up to do. So, yeah, thank you, Zachary. Thank you for commenting. And yes, KOTOR 1 is still being developed. Saber Interactive has come out and confirmed they are still working on the game. And then it was published that there is supposedly a KOTOR 2 remake in the works by Madhouse Studios.
Yeah, apparently they filed the patent on that.
Yes, they filed the name and everything for it, so it's probably early development for that. So, but hey, if we can remake for both those games and get Fate, I mean, it would be pretty cool to see all of this in canon. And then just dropping, hey, Star Wars The Old Republic MMOs also canon now. Just saying. I mean, the 15th anniversary of SWTOR is next year.
Yeah. God,
and
I
apparently
feel old
they
right
have. I know, right? And apparently there's a lot of big news, a lot of big stuff going to be coming out for this 15th anniversary. So,
yeah.
Stay tuned for that stuff. But otherwise, sorry, real quick. You can also find us on all of our different Discords, the Robots Rated Discord at robotsrated.net, as well as my own Discord, the Ben and Friends podcast and Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Okay, now you can go. Sorry.
So in other news, there are two pieces of news that I've seen. I don't know how much you can put into it, but one is Star Wars Jedi Master arrives November 2026. Cal Kestis' final stand begins. And it's a picture of Cal Kestis standing somewhere with a bunch of other Jedi in the foreground and an ancient temple in the background.
Yeah, I saw that. I know you sent that to me. I'll take that at a grain of salt until I see like an actual trailer.
Yeah. And another thing I've seen is Star Wars Jedi Wild Frontier. New game teased, explore uncharted worlds as a Jedi in exile.
That would be cool too. Again,
I would love a game as set in either the Old Republic or High Republic as a Wayseeker.
That would be cool. No, that would be actually pretty cool, not gonna lie.
You fight various criminal organizations and pirates.
Because that's all there is during that time, at least High Republic era.
Yeah.
At least High Republic. Old Republic era, there could definitely be more, depending on what they want to do. But other news, I have completed the Smuggler and Sith Inquisitor storylines in SWTOR, so I have only 3 more classes to get legendary status.
Tell me, did you go evil in the Sith Inquisitor?
Heck, I mean, if I'm a dark side character, I'm using dark side choices.
Okay, because I think being evil with the Inquisitor is so good.
Yeah, I'm shocking people
It's
left
so
and right.
aesthetic.
It's so funny. It's great.
So aesthetically pleasing.
It is. But yeah, I have the Jedi Counselor, Imperial Agent, and Republic Trooper left. I'm currently now working on my Jedi Counselor, which all of those are like still really early game.
Oh yeah.
My Smuggler and Sith Inquisitor were like, I was like almost done with them. So double XP is going on during SWTOR right now till the 6th. So I'm taking full advantage of that. So I don't have to do as many like of the planetary quests as possible. Because you have to do that in the main class story to make sure that you're like leveling up properly to be to the next planet. So
well, even now, even without that, I think you can do it all without doing the planetary quests.
Not how, like, with XP, no. You still have to do the planetary quest. Without, if double XP wasn't going on, you had to do the planet and the class story at the same time. If you want to be leveling up properly.
Since the last time I played.
With double XP going on, you don't have to do the planetary stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's the same regardless what the planetary stuff doesn't change no matter what class you play. It's the same story on both for all 4 for Republic, all 4 for Sith, doesn't matter. It's the same. It's just only your class story is different. So, and since I've done it all the planetary stuff on all the characters, well, on both sides already, I don't need to do them right now with double XP. So anyway, let's get back on more 000.
In the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. But when intruders step near, Simply Safe Home Security steps up.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
Using AI alerts, U.S.-based live agents help deter break-ins. Simply Safe, no long-term contracts. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplysafe.com/Spotify or with promo code Spotify.
Outdoor deterrence requires a Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplysafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
All right, so 000. My gosh. So 000 sent Alpha and Rexa Go to attack an Imperial settlement on Somalik to recover data dating back to the Clone Wars. Okay. The protocol droid further wanted the settlement destroyed, possibly to eliminate witnesses and other evidence, a perimeter he shared with Go, but not inform Alpha of. Oh, God. Because Alpha wouldn't do that. Alpha wouldn't kill innocents like that. Alpha is like neutral, I guess you could say, leaning more towards the dark side, but still like more neutral to where she doesn't want to kill innocents. So,
yeah, I mean, she doesn't go out of her way to do anything.
Yeah,
bad,
she doesn't go out of her way to do it. If
but
it's
yet
necessary,
somehow it always falls in her lap somehow.
Yeah, yeah. So after returning to Suntool, Alpha voiced her frustrations to Go and asked to lodge a formal complaint. 000 then emerged, asking Alpha about her reservations towards the otherwise successful mission. Alpha confronted the droid about his claim that the mission would be minimum damage, to which 000 replied that she had not been told, as she would have been argued, and noted to best to ask forgiveness rather than permission when murdering innocents.
Okay.
My God. Okay. Wow. All right. The doctor began to break down, stating that she wouldn't continue, but when 000 implied that she had reconsidered his offer, Alpha dismissed her own words as unimportant. 000 insisted upon a more direct choice of phrasing, to which Alpha validated her master. Dear God.
Still holding that. I can still tell Vader about who found that sentient crystal.
Right. It's like, we could tell Vader it was you. So, at this relaxation suite on Suntold, 000 spoke to Alpha over hologram about mortality. So that's the word. While torturing a man, noting it was an organic preoccupation that he liked to think himself above, asking BT-1 to pass him the nerve shredder. Oh God. He continued on to which his exhibition of new bodies, skills, limbs, and memories over the centuries. Questioning why the loss of physical form should matter, 000 did attribute relevance to one's organs, and as his victim cried out in pain, contemplated how someone could truly understand themselves without memory of their creation or their first ever murder.
Oh yeah, because those one.
Dear God,
those two things are one and the same.
Yeah, as you see now, 000 is getting a little well out there.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So Alpha wandered the streets. BT-1 informed 000 that he was monologuing, to which he admitted, and questioned the importance of providing Alpha details about the reason behind her next mission, which the protocol droid did not find worth sharing. 000's prisoner then expired after the use of a probic agonizer, which the droid noted as a step too far, but otherwise dismissed. Dear God.
That's why you gotta experiment. Find those limits.
So BT-1 posed a question about why Alpha was carrying a Tuca, which 000 was unable to answer, leading the doctor to explain that she was testing a relic splicer rig and had cloned it. 000 related Alpha's words to his master and pointed her origins. Bleh. They were informed the archaeologist that he had expected more of her when he had provided her the lab in the first place. So, by the way, a Tuca is it's a Katuka cat. It's essentially it's like a Lothal cat, like a Loth cat from Lothal, but they're founded on other planets.
Yeah.
I have one in my actually in my closet here.
Actually, it
I
is a
got
loft
from-
cat.
Yeah, Tuga cats and loft cats are different species. Loft cats are specifically only found on Lothal, where Tukas are found on other planets. But they're from the same species essentially. It's just a different version of the cat. I mean, we have how many different freaking, subspecies of cats in the world? I mean,
Like
that's all it
Maine
is.
Coon cats versus those hairless things in Egypt.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I have a Tuga cat. I got one from the Galaxy's Edge creature stall.
Yeah.
Out on Batu a couple years ago. It's sleeping in my room, so it's great. Has its own cage. Anyway, I feed it. So Alfred noted that Tuka's customization and that she had retrofitted some droids for 000, though the latter noted his disappointment that none of them were killers. She went on to question 000's use of her as a proxy, causing him to shush her and elaborate on the importance of subordinates with leadership qualities, as it gave others someone else to hate while being sacrificed. The droid also indicated that the current mission involved Archaeotech, which made Alpha a useful asset.
I love that. Honey, I'm not going to go visit the murderers to discuss this negotiation. I'm going to send you instead.
Right. Oh, God. So Alpha postulated that she could run and hide, to which 000 threatened to inform Darth Vader that she was alive. 000 then granted BT-1's request and play with the prisoner's body, indicating that to do so in the area would stain proof. Alpha raised the point of reporting 000 to the Imperials herself, though he told her that the claim of a droid maintaining a crime syndicate would not be believed and backed by BT-1's claim that if Alpha did not do as she asked, she would no longer be considered useful.
I don't know. I don't think it's that far out there. A droid could maintain a criminal organization.
Yeah, I mean, we see it in the Old Republic, Goto.
Yeah, I mean, well, wasn't that just a mouthpiece?
Oh. Was it?
I can't remember.
You're making me look up so much stuff today. G0T0.
T-O.
Goto. I mean, Goto's a gigantic probe droid.
Yeah. It kind of looks like that interrogation droid.
Yeah, he later became head of the Exchange Criminals Organization on Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, Goto was only a droid.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a mouthpiece.
Nope. Goto Infrastructure Planning System is what his full thing is. So, yeah. That's fun. And the Exchange are a bunch of a-holes. Anyway, moving on. 000 debriefed Alpha after her mission to Sako Manor, once again via hologram, and after a brief period of elimination, asked the doctor of her findings. Alpha recounted to 000 that Wat Tambor had acquired his personality matrix years ago and developed an obsession with it, something the protocol droid remarked that they had in common.
Now, I think Wat Tambor was part of the Confederacy, the CSI or CIS, and he was the one who's actually there when Anakin slaughtered the heads of the CIS. He was
yes.
on Mustafar.
Wat Tambor. His final days of the Clone War, Tambor was the rest of the Separatist Council relocated to the planet of Utapau to Mustafar, where they were slaughtered by Darth Vader. Yes. Yeah, he was slaughtered by Vader with the other Separatist leaders on Mustafar. So.
And he was on Ryloth.
Yes.
So I wonder how he escaped. Oh well.
I can't remember. So the doctor continued that Tambor became scared and quarantined the Matrix, where, as 000 recounted, Alfred later found and recovered it. Alfred then noticed a detail among her findings that piqued her interest, something that she suspected the droid was searching for. Tambor had kept 000's memories. Dun dun. 000, overwhelmed by the doctor's discovery, explained that Alpha that he did not know how long he had lived, the bodies he had inhabited, or the deaths he had overseen. Viewing himself as incomplete, the droid demanded that Alpha the location of the stolen memories. Alpha noted that after the Clone Wars, the Separatist R&D, including the databanks belonging to the Techno Union, had been relocated to Hive Base 1.
Now, just as a reminder, 000 is a program that can probably go into any droid.
Yes.
It's just inhabiting a protocol droid at this point.
Correct. Who is just a black-coded C-3PO.
Yeah.
That's all he is. Alpha stated to explain that 000's the nigh impossibility of attempting to steal anything from the installation, given security, only to stop short upon realizing that is exactly what the droid expected of her, which 000 praised. The doctor began crafting a plan, 000 enjoying the return of her idea face, as Alpha questioned whether the operation was worth it to recover the droid's memories.
I like to imagine, oh, good, Doctor, you're finally figuring it out what you're used for.
Right. So 000 then asked Alpha whether she'd kill anyone that day. The archaeologist hinged her answer, having killed Go, 000 remarking on the tremble in her voice as she tried to conceal the truth. The droid then inquired whether there had been any entertaining deaths on Alpha's team, a question in which she had once again lied, reporting that there had been no losses.
I'm guessing there were losses, but oh well.
Yeah. So 000 contacted Alpha aboard her Imperial patrol transport via Reza Go's cybernetic headset after a mission to abduct Rebel General Hera Syndulla.
Yeah.
The archaeologist told 000 to go away, to which he reminded her that she had killed Go and should be expressing a terrified defiance. She once again asked the droid to go away, causing him to realize something was bothering her. 000 asked whether it was related to murder, as Alpha ended the transmission.
Wow, I never thought 000 finally gets subtle hints.
Mm-hmm. The protocol droid again contacted Alpha using Go's headset shortly thereafter, this time alongside BT-1, discovering the Doctor in the act of reprogramming the cybernetic. Alpha referred to the pair as some of the most evil individuals in the galaxy, a statement he took as a compliment, which, while also suspecting that the praise was an attempt to divert any displeasure at her blatant tampering, the archaeologist managed to quickly cut off the hologram.
Evil individuals in the galaxy. I mean, she's putting that up there with Palpatine and Vader.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad.
Mind you.
That's bad. So, following her successful mission to Hive Base 1, Alpha kneeled before 000 in the Central Pride audience chamber, handing 000 the data card containing his memories. She expressed hope that he would clear out any debt between herself and the droid, causing him to chastise the Doctor for thinking that it was all he desired. Alpha cursed her master, submitting for him to kill her, at which point 000 clarified he already had what he wanted, recounting recent events. 000 exemplified Alpha's knack for exploitation and betrayal, noting that she herself enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, Doctor, you're so much similar to us. You enjoy it.
Right. So Alpha asked if the droid, if he orchestrated the events to make her more like himself. 000 denied this, claiming that he had done so to show Alpha that she was like him already. Alpha rejected 000's analysis, causing the droid to muse that love was murder and ordered for someone in the crowd to be deactivated. the or order for someone in the crowd to deactivate the archaeologist. Imperial forces subsequently stormed the base as 000 fled alongside BT-1, claiming ignorance. Out of the rain, BT-1 made a discovery, informing 000 that the memory file Alpha had provided him was encrypted.
Ha! Gotcha.
You want these memories? Too bad. Oh, gosh.
Very definition of so close but yet so far away.
Right. So 000 sold lawman Tam Posla a ship. Later, the droid hijacked a Torian ship carrying a group of Bith musicians with help from BT-1. The droids jettisoned the Bith, causing them to suffocate, and the astromech murdered at least one of the bridge crew, covering himself in blood. 000 then sat in the ship's command chair and listened in on Posla, recording a log of the droid's ship's computers, registering his words as a potential reference to Alpha. By the way, they're now they're hunting Alpha, by the way.
Yes. By the way, Bith are the species that you see in the cantina in episode 4.
Yes, they're the musicians that,
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the same group.
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine that. I mean, it could be, but like they all look the same. So
what are the odds? What are the odds?
Right. So 000 later reflected on the commentary nature of eavesdropping and morning atrocities, instructing BT-1 to replay a transmission intercepted from Posla. The transmission was a communication from Alpha blackmailing Posla into providing her a shuttle in exchange for his nemesis, Dr. Cornelius Evazan. Alpha then provided her location, Akrasir. How you say that?
Yeah, I mean Berserk, but
Akrazurk jail.
Yeah.
BT-1 beeped, a sentiment 000 shared, and the droids and their ship jumped into hyperspace.
I love that. You want me? Come get me in jail.
Right. And then 000 and BT-1 ship fired upon Alpha and hers just as she was escaping. Acroseeker, BT-1 beeped, causing Alpha to recognize her adversary and urged her lover, Magna Tolvan, to move. 000 emerged, humming and walking out into the smoking crater. Alpha continuing to mount an escape. 000 was approached by a crowd of convicts whom he slaughtered. My God.
Ooh, fresh meat.
Alpha reunited with her fellow prisoner Lapsat Yaz, was nearly apprehended by Posla, but 000 ambushed the lot of them and murdered the lawman. The protocol droid affirmed Posla's assertion that Alpha was often revisited by her failures before realizing that the doctor was not listening. Gosh. 000 chided. Words are hard, okay? Chided Alpha for not paying attention, noting that the intent to scoop out her eyeballs ought to have some dread, while noticing that Alpha was watching a video of Tolvan, whose memory she had altered. The droid deduced that what happened, praising the betrayal, and that had given Alpha a clean slate.
Wow. Oh, you have done what I was hoping for.
Alpha broke down crying, for which 000 lectured her, indicating it was no fun to torture people who were already miserable, squarely placing the blame on the doctor. The droid grabbed her by the head and guided her back to the ship. Reaching the transport, 000 observed that someone had defaced his ship. Calling for BT-1, Lapsap Yas approached, indicating that the astromech had been destroyed, prompting 000 to inquire further. Threateningly? Oh, okay. Yas then incapacitated 000 with a green beam before stunning Alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I broke down, it was no fun torture. Yeah, so it's like, oh, you're already broken. Yeah, it's gonna be no fun to try to break in now.
Right. So yes, in truth, Dr. Cornelius Evazan removed his proximity bomb and implanted it into 000, bonding it to his personality core. Evazan later recounted this to Alpha, informing the Doctor that any attempt to alter the core, the death of either 000 or herself, or the separation of the pair by the more than 20 meters would detonate the bombs. Evazan accredited his motivations to art and science before noting that 000's eyes would transmit everything they saw, and that the droid was set to auto-boot in 1 minute. Evazan departed, and Alpha sat in the tears as 000 activated.
This is literally being handcuffed to the worst person you can imagine. By the way, Dr. Cornelius Everson, he was the guy at the bar who got his arm cut off by Obi-Wan.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's such. I love when they reference things back to each other, to the original films and stuff. That's
He did
amazing.
say he was wanted at 12 systems.
True. I forgot about that. In the film?
Yeah.
I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah, he said he was wanted in 12 systems or something like that.
All right, that's cool. I like when they do that stuff. It's great. But do you have any final thoughts or anything for part 3 of 000? That things are getting way darker, by the way. If you haven't caught up on this episode, they're both 000 and BT1 are complete psychopaths.
Yeah, I was gonna say this droid is just messed up. No two ways about it.
Yeah. Way too messed up. But also for everybody listening, Happy New Year, because when you hear this episode, it's going to be 2026.
Yay!
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope 2026 is better than 2025, and it better be, because we are getting so much Star Wars stuff this year for 2026.
Hopefully.
I mean, we have Mandalorian and the Grogu film. We got Maul Shadow Lord. We have Star Wars Galactic Racer, Star Wars Zero Company, possibly Season 2 of Ahsoka. That's speculation now. We don't know exactly when Season 2 of Ahsoka will happen, but we have at least those 4 things right off the bat for 2026 that we know we're getting in 2026.
Yeah, here we go.
And also, Smuggler's Run is getting a full update with Grogu and Mando and Grogu stuff at Disney World's and Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. Anyway, go on.
No, it was made me lose it. Where did it go? So games known so far: Fate of the Old Republic, Galactic Racer, Star Wars Jedi 3, Zero Company, Star Wars Eclipse, KOTOR remake, and a Star Wars Amy Hennig's game.
Well, yeah, those are the games, but I'm just talking about what we know for a fact we're getting in 2026. Yeah. Which those 4 things we know for a fact we are getting in 2026.
Yeah, Ahsoka Season 2, Mando and Grogu, the movie. God, what else was there?
Maul Shadow Lord.
Maul Shadow Lord. By the way, Sam Witwer started streaming again, so I'm guessing he's done with whatever he has to do. Because he goes for long stints without streaming, and when you see him stream, I think that's when he's done with whatever he's working on.
Well, yeah, because he was an executive producer for the show, as well as obviously voicing Maul.
Yeah.
But he was overseeing the script and making sure it was it fits in with the canon.
Yeah.
Which is so good. I love that. I love that so much. Anyway, well, everybody, thank you again for listening to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Star Wars lore. And don't forget, for the Republic!
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love. Or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
Nah, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.